Hey, what's up everyone? Joe here from Subtle Art Soap. Hope you're all doing well. So for today's shave, I'm going to be using a vintage straight razor. This one right here, this is a Rivalo, and it was made by the Bel-Aro company out of Brooklyn, New York. There's a funny story about how I ended up with this straight razor, so I wanted to shave with it just so I can tell the story because it's pretty cool. Soap we're going to be using is our Bay Rum Triple Butter Shave Soap. The brush is going to be the Fine Accoutrements Red and White Classic Shave Brush. And for a bowl, I'm going to be using a Fine Accoutrements Blue and White Shave Bowl. And we're going to start things off with our natural pre-shave oil. I know I've been using the pre-shave oil more and more. I just kind of like how it adds to the overall comfort of the shave. You know, I don't use pre-shave oil to necessarily enhance a soap. I use it just to add, another layer of comfort. All right, that's good. Get the hands rinsed off here. Don't want slippery hands with this razor. Alrighty, just load up the brush. Load it up really good. That's good. A little bit of water in the bowl and we'll get rolling on building a lather. A little more water. Now I tell people all the time, our soap, it's a thirsty soap. It can take water. And once you get it dialed in, it's a really, really nice lather. But it's not, not what you're typically used to. Takes a little bit of work, but the reward is a really slick lather. So how I ended up with that razor. So about a week ago, I got a message from Peter asking if I'd be interested in trying out one of his razors. He does his own honing. And he asked me if I'd be interested in testing it out so he could find out if he's as good as he thinks he is what he said. To see if he said to see if I'm as good as I think I am. So I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely, I'll test it out. Now I'm no pro with the straight razors. I'm kind of new. But I definitely wanted to help him out if I could. And he knows that I'm into the vintage straight razors, so I would absolutely be interested in helping him out with that, checking that out for him. Look at that. I said, work with it a little bit. Once you dial it in, that's what you get. So he sent me the razor, and when I got the razor, I'm trying to think right away. I'm thinking, what do I do? How am I going to do this? Should I do a video? Should I just use it and then, get back to him and tell him what I think? And when I got the package with the razor in it, there was a card in there. And in the card, Peter was thanking me for helping him out, supporting him on a fundraiser he was doing. And he said, I have to confess, he wasn't looking for me to test out the razor. He was giving me the razor because he knows I'm into vintage straight razors. Vintage New York straight razors. And he wanted to thank me for supporting him on his fundraiser, which I thought was super cool. He definitely got me on that one. I had no idea that that's what was coming. So Peter, thank you. If you watch this, thank you very much. That was super generous of you, and I really do appreciate it. Especially because you know my affinity for New York vintage straight razors. Make a space here for this. Like this. But he did say that to take your time with it to see how the tip tracks. It's a square tip. So we're going to take our time with it. We're going to go slow. I might just do one pass with it and then switch to one of my safety razors, but we'll see how it goes. I got my alum block here. I talked about this before. Little alum on the fingers. Helps to stretch the skin, or at least it helps me stretch the skin. So here we go. Vintage Rivalo straight razor. Look at that blade. Nice. Alrighty, let's get going. Excited to try this out. Bad. Not bad at all. You know, like I said before in my videos, when I do the straight razors, I don't really do a whole lot of talking. Nice, so far so good. I don't know, Pete, I think you did pretty good with the honing. We do have a couple of days worth of growth in here too. But like I said, so far so good. I don't think we're drying out a little bit here. No, we're good. Not bad at all. I'm really taking my time with this one because I've never used this razor before. So far I like it. Oof, almost had a little slip right there. You know what? I think I'm just going to go up. There we go. You know, if you can't get that, if you can't maneuver around the way you want, do what's comfortable. This is always the tricky part for me. just a little bit here. I go so slow when I use a straight razor that I have a tendency to dry out the lather a little bit, or let it dry out a little. I might not put enough water in it anyway. It is very possible that I didn't have this lather hydrated enough. Which is the key to a good straight razor shave. Bad. Not bad at all. I like it. So that was the first pass with that. I like it. I'm definitely going to work with it a little bit more. So for the second pass, I'm going to go with a Henson AL13, and I have a feather blade in there. So that was cool. I like it. I like it, and I'm excited to keep working with it. Yeah, when you're new to straight razors, as new as I am, you shouldn't feel as though you have to get your entire shave with it. If you want to just practice, do your first pass with a straight razor, and then a little bit more water. And then your second pass with one of your safety razors, nothing wrong with that. It's actually in one of Pete's videos that he did. He talks about using a straight razor to do the first pass, and then the second pass using a safety razor, which is great advice, especially if you're new, you're a beginner. Alrighty, Second pass with the Henson. I gotta tell you, this feels weird when you do this. When you go from a straight razor immediately to a safety razor, your brain's like, wait, what are we doing? Yeah, that straight razor did pretty good. So I definitely want to learn how to do my own honing, because as I'm collecting more of these vintage straight razors, you know, to keep sending them out, you know, every time, it's going to get expensive. So if I could learn to do my own honing, it'd save me a lot of money. And Pete did say in his note, he did tell me that he honed it with no tape, which is good. Something I need to know if I want to hone it myself. Was it taped? Was it not taped? Because that'll affect the bevel if you go to hone it yourself. But, you know, I'm having a lot of fun. Collecting these vintage straight razors from New York. Just the number of companies that were around in New York, you know, in the Brooklyn area and then the city area, and then you come out west into Ontario and you know, out in that area, Western New York, there's so many different companies at the time. And a lot of them made their own razors, but at the same time, they were making razors for other brands. So there's so many out there. I don't really need a third, but you know what? Let's do a third. I don't really need it. Don't need it, but what the hell? I don't know if you saw my live the other day or if you saw my post about our soaps are going to be in the Shave Supply. They should get their delivery, they should get their order Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll start seeing them there. Very excited about that. You know, keep growing. Small steps. Another event that we have coming up in November, it's the Bro Show. I don't know if you remember, I think it was last March, I did the New York State Women's Expo. Well, they've decided to do a show just for men. And it's called the Bro Show. It's pretty cool. So we will be at that. And that'll be a big one for me for the shaving supplies. The shave soaps. And speaking of shaving supplies, I am working on getting some new brands in the shop. Because I am getting so into the straight razors. I am hopefully very soon going to have Booker straight razors in the shop. So that'll be cool. Give people another option instead of, just Dovo. They can also pick up a Booker. And if you've seen them, if you know straight razors and you know Booker, they are nice razors. So looking forward to that. Alrighty, that is good. Alright guys, I'm going to rinse off real quick and then we will finish up. Nice. Alrighty, so that'll do it for today. Again, Pete, thank you for this. This was very generous. I really appreciate it. And because, I am collecting New York razors, it's even that much cooler because you know that I'm collecting New York razors, so I appreciate it very much. Shave's nice. I am definitely going to use it more and more to get more comfortable with it. But I really like it. And again, man, thank you. I really appreciate it. So that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And everything that I used in this shave, the soap, the brush, the bowl, the Henson, and the feather blade is available on our website, subtleartsoap.com. And yeah, I think that'll do it for today. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.